Now that that's out of the way, let's get right to it, guys. So if you're wondering why I was just holding those books up at the beginning, that was just to make making the thumbnail for this video easier. But anyways, let's get right to it. I'm actually going to grab the paper that I forgot because I wrote everything down step by step on how much money. Yeah, look at the chicken scratch there. But I wrote down exactly number by number how much I made per book and how much I spent. I subtracted all of it for a net profit. As you can tell by the title of the video, honestly I don't even know what I'm going to title the video, but I'm assuming I'm going to title how to turn $15 into 130 minutes. That is essentially what I did. If you watched the previous video, I mentioned that I went to Goodwill, Salvation Army, etc. Didn't have much luck. Those books are actually also included in this, but I only spent maybe at the max about 10 minutes, about 5 minutes in each store. I was really getting sick and I was just not feeling good, so I just stopped by each one, just said forget it, and we'll start over. I'm still sick. You can probably hear it in my voice a little today, especially if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, no, this is not my voice, so don't get used to it. But anyways, let's get right to it. Those books added up for, like I said, roughly about, I thought it was going to be about 30, but to be honest, it only added up to about $15 of this total. And like I mentioned, I only spent about $5 at those two stores that day. And one of those was actually a book I bought for myself, and that was like $1, I believe. So about $4, I turned into 15 there. So like I said, it wasn't a good day at all. But total, I spent $15.50. And like I said, I did this in about half an hour at the most, but I'm assuming about half an hour, and that's without a scanner, guys. I need to get a scanner. If I got a scanner, I'd be able to fly through these books, but I've just been using my camera because I'm getting back into this. I'm gonna start doing this the right way, not throw a whole bunch of money. I only allowed myself $20 to spend to start this business. That's it. So far I spent $15.50, and then with shipping costs and all that, I'm gonna be right around 20. But point being, the books that I got were educational books, self-improvement books, kids books, and kids learning books. The kids learning books did decent, and the educational self-improvement did really good. But the kids books also did surprisingly well, because at Goodwills and Salvation Armies, you can get kids books for 50 cents, 25 even at times, but for the most part about 50 cents. Dropped my phone there. But for 50 cents, and for the most part you're going to sell them for a lot more than that. Now a lot of these books, as you can see, hopefully the camera's scanning in on it some, but I'm only making about $2, $3, $4 a book. But when you're only paying 50 cents for that, it's really not the end of the world, because even the $1.84, you take that 50 cents, it's still a $1.34 profit. I mean, that's essentially what, like a 300% return on your investment, damn near. So I mean, that's a really good ROI, even though it's not huge. You can see how you can start duplicating that real quick with a very small amount of money. That's the whole point of this video, guys, is I want everyone to know this business does not take hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. Yeah, if you have that much, yeah, it makes it a lot better, a lot easier, because you can progress that much faster, make that much more money, that much faster, and you're probably not going to be doing this, you're going to be in private label, but that's a whole nother topic for way later on down the road, probably a year from now, for me at least. But point being, I paid on average 50 cents or less per book. Let me add up the total amount of books here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had exactly 15 books, averaging 50 cents each. Yeah, there were a few dollar ones in there. I actually marked down which ones were kids as well. And I also had a kids Japanese book in there. I'll get into that in a future video on like what specific niches to be on that lookout for whenever you're sourcing for books. So if you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button below or at the end of the video that I always put in the corner. But total, I was averaging roughly about $5 profit per book, and that's after the 50 cents to $1, whatever I spent on the books. The most that I found on a book was a $21 profit. That was, let me see if I can find it here. I know it's somewhere. It was on this book on Ethernet, how you say that word? The Definitive Guide. I just came across it. I saw that said Ethernet, and I was like, I don't know if anything that has the word Ethernet in it anymore is even worth a damn, but I might as well scan it since I just looked at it. And it was selling for like $59 used, or not used, new, with I believe around a 300,000 selling rank, which means it's definitely selling daily. Probably I would say about 5 copies a day, if not more. I don't know the exact number. I'm not with Amazon in any way. But usually anything that's like below 500,000 is selling really good amount of copies of that book. And even used, it was selling for 43, so I figured I'd put mine at like $39.99. And after all the fees and whatnot and costs, that's about $21 profit right there. And then the other ones were around $12, $10.50, another $11.50. The $11.50 was on a Japanese kids book. That book, if I can find it. No, I cannot pronounce it at all. I don't even care. The cashier is actually giving me a little bit of shit about it because obviously I don't even know if this is Japanese. I'm just assuming it's Japanese based on that writing. But she was like, can you really read that? And I was like, no, you know what I'm doing here. But yeah, that's gonna be $11.50 profit after the 50 cents. I mean, that is a really good ROI, guys. So I mean, you can literally do this in minutes. You don't have to have hours a day. Yeah, whenever you're first getting started, it's going to take a little bit of time learning how to sell, learning how to actually list on Amazon and so on. If you don't know how to do that, I'll be sure to link a video at the top right here, and I'll probably try to put it at the end of the video as well. But yeah, that's just pretty much what I'm really wanting to hit home with you guys, is it really does not take much time at all. It just takes a little bit of head knowledge, a little bit of learning, a little bit of just going out and doing it. You don't need a lot of money at all. You can literally take a $20 bill and start this business, guys. Yeah, throat's starting to really hurt. Yeah, if you have the scanners and all that, it really helps. But as you can tell, I do not have a scanner right now. I actually sold it. I need to get a new one ASAP. But for the time being, I mean, I'm still making money. I turned $15.50 into $92.41 after everything, shipping and everything. It's going to be $92.41 is my exact profit margin. And that's just going to go right back into my business, and we're going to keep compounding this stuff, baby. So hopefully that video gave you guys some motivation, and hopefully it taught you all a few books to be on the lookout for. So if you liked the video, definitely be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button I mentioned. I'll put that right there. And like I said, if you didn't see any of my videos about how to actually get started on Amazon FBA, how to list, and you're wondering how to do that, I have a video about that. I'll put it right here. But until next time, guys, go make things happen. Let's make some money.